Hello lovely Aquarius, April 2023. This is your love and general reading. Minnie, my cat, joins us. There she is, she's asleep. Like they all do. I've got 3 cats and each one of them just gets behind me and goes to sleep. They're like, yes, she's doing a reading. Hopefully you're not doing that, Aquarius. Hopefully this wakes you up. Go and get yourself a cup of tea. You know, whatever time of night. Could be a hot chocolate, could be a cheeky glass of wine. Oh my God, you're going to need it maybe with the first couple of first couple of cards that I've drawn. Whoa, Aquarius. Okay, I've drawn a couple of signifiers for the energy that you're bringing from the past. Okay, so let's have a look at those first. Now then, this one. The 3 of Swords. Dun, dun, dun. You're like, there's my Match.com who viewed me profile. That's the face I pull. I totally understand. I hear you. Okay, so we've got this scorched earth in the background and we've got this, I really like this sateen heart. It's a bit like a repaired teddy bear that somebody's like, you know, your mum's sewn the eye back on again and again and again. This is your scarred heart, Aquarius. This is something that you've come from, okay? It's an old wound, it's a past hurt. Something of this is being brought into April 2023. A lot of you, I've found, any star sign in particular, I've found that this goes back to October, November, December, January. Sort of November to January, November 22 to January 23. For me, it feels like that is it's a big healing session as we go into the next Mercury retrograde, which is later on in the month. When is it? April the something, 24th, is it? 21st. So the last Mercury retrograde we had, can't remember when it was, but it was about the end of October last year, something like that, around that time. Think about what was going on for you around that time. What was happening to you? What were you feeling? And were you being pulled in different directions about something? You know, these are kind of literally heartstrings, aren't they? And you're being pulled in different directions and there's a bit of an anguish and there's a bit of an agony and it's just like, what fresh hell is this and when will this change? And when will I change? When will it change? When will they change? There's a yearning here for change, okay? And then this, I rather like this, the Page of Wands. There is a young energy about this card. You could, of course, be dealing with someone who's a bit younger than you. You could be dealing with fire sign or fire sign things. Inspiration, intuition, passion, all of those things are fire sign things. I feel like, and I've always felt this about Aquarians, I feel like you're very resilient people, Aquarians, and do please leave me a comment and let me know in the comment section if you agree as an Aquarian. I feel like you've got a certain sense of balance between you as the individual and society as the whole. For an Aquarius, it's never just you as the individual. You do always see things as a group or as the society as a whole, which is very humanitarian actually. But sometimes things catch up with you, and I feel like here there's a sense in which you need to heal a wound this month, okay? And maybe this is the way that you're going to go about it. Obviously, something physical could help, something rediscovering a passion could help. Or, you know, sometimes Page of Wands can be a little bit of an old fling, or a new fling even, or just a fling. An encounter. Oh, that's a good card to get. Okay, we get the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is about, thank God, moving away from the swords. It's like moving, I mean, the swords are air and air is your sign. So like I said, you're good at dealing with these things. But who needs it? You want safe passage, okay? Some of you are coming out of a love affair that was very, very, troublesome. Troublesome. It sounds like a Harry Potter spell, doesn't it? That was like problematic and troublesome mixed together. So we're going to stick with that because Aquarius, you know, ruled by Uranus, you like a new word, troublesome. There you go. It's very troublesome. And this is a means of escape. I think most of you are already in the boat and you've already made that voyage. I think you've already healed this somewhat and put some distance. But this is a month where instead of just surviving, it's about actually stepping into thriving after healing, okay? The birds in this, to me, I like the fact that these birds are free. These birds are still, and notice here as well, that we have strings on the heart and we have strings tied to the birds. Now I know it's so that they can ferry the boat and everything, but at the same time, what ties you, what catches you, what restricts you, this is what you're going to break out of in April. And there probably couldn't be a better month for it because it's kind of spring in the Northern Hemisphere. It's Aries season. It's like, you know, the Hulk busting out of his shirt, that kind of energy. For a lot of you, it may be a lot more elegant and sophisticated than that, but that's the kind of energy that we're talking about. Okay. Nice. Next card we get for you is the Ace of Pentacles. This is the seed of something building that is new. We love an ace, okay? This is the energy that comes in, that's new, it's number one, it's restarting something, it's got roots because it's the Ace of Pentacles as well. This is going to feel a bit different, Aquarius, to the things that you've done before. Quite often with Aquarius, and I never get this because you are a fixed sign, but you go into things very wholeheartedly, particularly in the beginning, okay? And with a lot of enthusiasm, which is good. And it's brave. But what can happen is halfway through, it's a bit like, do you remember, was it Wile E. Coyote or Roadrunner, who used to run off the edge of the cliff and then would be running in midair and the legs would be going round like this in the midair, and then suddenly there'd be this realization and he'd look around him and go, you know, the equivalent of, oh, and then he'd drop. This might be what happened to you in this particular situation. Something moved fast, something moved forward fast, you moved with it because you're enthusiastic, Page of Wands, it's like, yeah, this is good, woohoo! And then suddenly, there's the catch, okay? Ace of Pentacles is rebuilding from the bottom up, but it's not going to feel as instantly gratifying as it normally would, okay? But believe me, this is a good thing. This could be a relationship which is either with an earth sign person, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or starts in an earth sign kind of a way. Also, it can be a business that is built on you, that is built on growth and that is built on something very fundamental to your character. So this could be something that you've done for a long time or just that you enjoy. It feels like it can be built and it'll have roots and it will be real. If this is a relationship, this will be a slow starter, okay? And that will be a good thing. Hey, Minnie. Hi. I like getting this for Aquarius because it's your card. So we get the Queen of Swords. Now, for some of you, I'm getting the message, this time things will be different. Not because other people have changed and not because other things have changed, but because you have changed. Queen of Swords brooks no argument is the polite way to put it. The sword here represents the truth and justice and cutting through the BS, and here I am, I'm going to put my name to this and I'm going to know where I stand, okay? So if you found in 2022 that you were pushed into a position you didn't like, that you were constantly feeling like your boundaries were being busted, this is a big change in these two cards here as we come into April. You may have even had that feeling in January, February, you know, as we were still in the kind of winter season, that feeling, this barren wasteland of feeling, okay? Cool, calm and collected. Expect to feel very rational. Expect to be able to let your emotions be... God, my words are terrible today. Expect your rational mind to take over the emotional mess, okay? You're going to know what you want. You're going to know what you want, that you will tolerate, and you're going to be able to speak it, okay? Let's have a direct look at love situation right here. By the way, if this turns out to be your story, there will be an extended reading, as there is every month, and it's the first link in the description box for you. Okay. Oh, nice. So, relationships, love, or chicka chicka. What do we need to know? What do we need to know for lovely Aquarius? Oh, this is nice. Now, building literally on this Ace of Pentacles, this is solid ground, I would say here. So if you've been in a bit of flim flam, you know, it's been what I saw on TikTok today, someone call an imaginationship. I was like, oh my God, first we had situationship, then we had imaginationship. I'm like, how many ships are there? Imagination ship, sound like Sean Connery. Sean Connery, there you go. I can't believe I've only had a peppermint tea this morning. So Aquarius, this is the very opposite of that. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, it's like, boom, come in with the pentacle. This is solid. We can build on this. Yeehaw. And then the 10 of Pentacles, this is the beginning of the pentacle suit. And this is the denouement, the end. It's like the max, and it looks like a big button, doesn't it, in the background? But I think it's the Kabbalah tree of life, actually. Anyway, we have the whole bit here. This is very trad. It's got the 2.4 kids. Well, it's got quite a few kids. It's got 4 kids. Scary, isn't it? It's got 4 kids. It's got the dog, you know, the white picket fence, all of that. Whatever your version of this would be, and it varies a lot. We live in a much more diverse society now, thank God. And everybody's version of this is different, but everybody has a version of this. Whether you want to get a dog with somebody, you want to live with someone, you want to have 2 separate houses in the same street, or live 2 continents away from that person, but still be in a relationship, imagineship, situationship, I don't know, okay? This is a sign that there's a lot of love in the room. There's something very tangible and very real. I call this biting the coin. So in other words, here's your pentacle, and is it real? Bite it. Make sure it's not counterfeit. It's very, very solid. This is also in your life. It could be connected with your romantic life. Your finances and your romantic life may connect quite deeply in April. I mean, eventually in a relationship, if it's going to have longevity, finance is going to be a big part of it. You know, money and you and another person and how you spend it and what it means to be together with somebody financially and all of those things. This is very, very positive for building that. Also, it could mean as well that you will be building your wealth, building your property, building your living space. Even if this is just like you've got a piggy bank and you're putting 50p's in it or £1 coins or whatever, it's building. You're building a financial future. But in terms of relationship, this is a solid future. This feels good. This feels unusual and Very different to that, thank God. Okay, then we have the Hierophant. Now, traditionally, again, the Hierophant represents Taurus, which is a fixed earth sign, and also represents Chiron, the wounded healer. Now, Chiron, the wounded healer, is, you can have a look and see what sign you've got Chiron in. It's more of a collective thing, but also what house in your chart Chiron falls in. Have a look at your natal chart. You can get it off Cafe Astrology. Plenty of places will do you a free natal chart. And just look it up. Look up the symbol for Chiron. See which house it falls in and look up that house. This is going to be significant for you. Okay? Now, the Hierophant represents the wounded healer. It represents commitment, convention. This is a real kind of, let's buy a house, paint it together and fill it with people or dogs. You know, that kind of energy. It's something that maybe hasn't always attracted you because Aquarius is a free spirit, very much a free spirit, possibly the more eccentric sign of the zodiac as well, which is why I like you. It's the sign of the inventor. It's the sign of the interesting friend. That's what I call it. I attract a lot of Aquarian people into my life. I've got Venus in Aquarius, and this is probably why. But I like hanging out with Aquarians because you change subject a lot, you know a lot, and you don't cling on to things. And for me, that makes things move fast. It's interesting, okay? Now, normally you want things to keep moving fast and be interesting, but this Aquarius, this is steady. But it's steady in oh such a good way. Climbing is like you're climbing the ladder of some kind of commitment here or solidity in a relationship. Things come together more. If you've been in a bit of a dicky situation here, and even like, let's say you walked away from it, rest assured that you will be meeting somebody, probably an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or somebody who works in farming, property, finance, gardening, building, all of those things. Teaching as well for Virgos. Think that somebody like that will be befriending you in some way. This is not somebody who's going to snap the knicker elastic at 10 paces. It isn't that kind of vibe, but it's very much the vibe of look at my horny-handed men of the soil hands. Oh yes, this is a person who knows how to do stuff. They know how to plant things, whether that's seeds, vegetables, ideas, love. Okay, I love this for you. Please leave me a comment. This is very different. And it's different to what you're used to. Let's have a look at obstacles for the month. Oh, sugar lumps. Okay. Woohoo! The Tower. You don't do things by halves, do you, Aquarius? Ooh. King of Cups. Okay, let's look at the Tower first. I actually really like this version of the Tower because it's kind of organic. Okay, Six of Swords and the Tower are kind of banking on each other here. This is something from left field. Sometimes with the Tower, I get an image of a brick being carefully taken down, like one by one, and just hardly noticing that a wall is being removed. Not so with this one. This is more of a kind of a landslide or a feeling of something slipping away that was probably not very good for you. And you probably knew it. Okay? Six of Swords is moving away from the stormy waters, from the harmful stuff, from the difficult people, from that Three of Swords. 3 multiplied is 6, okay? It feels like this is a progression. And I don't know if it was you I got this for last time, but that picture of Nicole Kidman fisting the air like that, like fist in the air like that. She's like, yes, when she gets her divorce papers. If you haven't seen it, Google it. It's fantastic. It's just the pure, unadulterated joy of a woman who's free. That's that feeling that I get for you. I get this kind of, yes, I'm free feeling. Free at last, you know. And the Tower makes you free. And maybe you wanted to cling on to whatever that was, but you can't. And that's the best way to be free. It's like there ain't no choice. You just get no choice, but you're going to be free. And then we got the King of Cups. So water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I like the look of this. I think I'm a water sign, and I think that air signs and water signs have a lot to teach each other, okay? There's a softness about your King of Cups here. There's an energy of when they get to be the King of Cups, they get to know their own heart. I feel like some of you in the past have put faith in someone who did not look after your heart. And the universe wants to present you with an, I'm just a walking spoonerism today, present you with an opportunity for things to be different. When that happens, the universe is always mirroring a change that you have already made. It never comes out of nowhere. It just feels like it does. Let's have an outcome card. Ooh, a major at the end, sorry. Got two majors, haven't we? The Chariot and that. Let me just adios myself there so that you can see that last card. Okay, the Chariot again. Cancerian energy with the Chariot. Some of you, this is just for one of you. You may be involved with someone who's on the Cancer-Leo cusp. This is the energy of being in two different directions at once. This is a month that is going to throw you into a little confusion, okay? For some of you, just a few of you, as we come to Mercury retrograde on the 21st, oh, I know what we've got going on. Yes. God, yes. We've got a new Moon Solar Eclipse, haven't we, in Taurus? No, in Aries, sorry. 29 degrees of Aries. Oof, oof, and oof again. And then the next day, Mercury goes retrograde. So put the date in your diary for the 20th and the 21st of April. You're going to find something happens around that time, which will throw you into a confusion of wanting to go in one direction or another. For some of you, again, there may be somebody here, this King of Cups, may be somebody you used to know, you used to date, and you're not sure if you should ever date again. Getting in touch, getting in contact. For others of you, this is, like if you're online dating or something, this is someone hammering. There's always someone hammering. Excuse the person hammering. I might have to shout a loud oi, thump on the window. This is someone coming in that makes you, for some reason, feel quite torn in two different directions. For some of you who are in a situationship, you may find that somebody else comes in who is new and that throws you in a different direction. In the extended reading, I'm going to look at these options. I'm going to look at someone coming back. I'm going to look at someone who's in a kind of situationship with you and how that might change. And I'm also going to look at if it's somebody new coming in. Even if it's somebody new, I feel like you've known them a bit before for some reason. Let's have an oracle card. Now we get building blocks. And again, this relates to the Ace of Pentacles and to the Ten of Pentacles. This is something that doesn't happen quickly. Unlike my removal of that person's hammer, which will happen very quickly. And you also get chop wood, hammer the street. Now, building blocks and chop wood are two of the most practical, bite the coin, meat and potatoes cards you're ever going to get, okay? There's something here coming in for you that is so real, and it's about time. Oof, I'm going to go do your extended. Do leave me a comment, hit the like button if it resonated. I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.